can talk to me and I can.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood for some boys high school basketball. Gene Ford tournament. How's that? Here.
Perfect.
You good? Okay.
AVC Sports presents High School Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Papa John's Pizza, Doan Ford, the Farmers and Merchants Bank, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, and WB Green Insurance.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the start of the 2020 high school basketball season. And what better way to start a basketball season is to honor a legend on the hard court and on the sidelines with the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Bill Kafuri and John Valentine here this afternoon. We've got a couple of different ball games for you. The Shenandoah Zeps, the Tusky Valley Trojans kicking off here in just a few minutes, followed later by the Indian Valley Braves and the Cambridge Bobcats. And what better way to start the basketball season than honoring a legend like Gene Ford?
What better way, and at the nicest facility that we could honor Coach Ford as well. Coach Ford Court, honoring Coach Ford. Going to be a great weekend of basketball, and looking forward to it.
You can catch all the action live here on YRP TV or at AVC Facebook page. Stay tuned. Lots of basketball today and tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the high school basketball season 2020, hopefully 21. Bill Kafuri, John Valentine here this afternoon, and what better way to start the high school basketball season than to honor a legend, the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. High school, actually a lot of basketball already today, and there'll be 2 varsity games, 2 JV games each day. Today already, the Tusky Valley Trojans and the Shenandoah Zeps squaring off. The JV game earlier won by the Trojans. Varsity teams getting ready to face off. And then a little bit later this evening, the Cambridge Bobcats and the Indian Valley Braves. And then we'll flip-flop that a little bit for tomorrow afternoon. But all today's action here on WWKC 105 and also streamed live at YRP TV and ABC's Facebook page. So if you want to watch, you can watch. If you want to listen, you can listen. and catch nonstop basketball action. And JV, as we said, what better way to do this? And welcome aboard today's broadcast and for the season. And you know, we may have time today. You can tell Gene Ford stories because you were part of that circus back in the day.
Well, circus is true. I could tell you a lot of stories, but certainly would have to leave out a lot, as I'm sure you could.
We
as
all
well.
could, yes.
It's going to be a great weekend for basketball. You know, something like this is way, way overdue. It's a shame that, you know, the passing of Coach Ford had to bring this to fruition, but going to be a great weekend, you know, honoring Coach Ford and the teams that he coached through the years.
Yeah, that's the connection with these four teams. So kind of lead us through that, if you will, of why these four teams here today.
Yeah, and that's the key. Obviously, Cambridge, and with the success that Coach Ford had here, that's what most people obviously recognize him from. But starting his career, you know, with the Zeps, and also coached at Tusky Valley and at Indian Valley, which
that's where he played.
Which technically that's where he played, right? With, you know, consolidations and things like that over the years. It's now Indian Valley instead of North and South and Midvale and all the different things. But he is a northern guy, so to bring those guys down here and to host it at this at Coach Ford Court here on the Cambridge City High School campus, beautiful facility. Got a little crowd here tonight as well, and all weekend. Socially distanced, doing the things that we're supposed to do to make this happen, and hopefully this is something that we can continue to build on over the years and continue to bring it to everybody here to honor Coach Ford.
Well, then this game came up really kind of I don't know what kind of an idea, whose idea, but Aaron Quinn had kind of mentioned it first. He played obviously for Coach Ford when he first came here, and his first team had gone to the state Final Four, and now the athletic director here at Cambridge, and I know he and I had talked a couple of times, and he wanted to do something special like this. But it's not just basketball today. There's going to be basketball, but also they're going to honor some academics with scholarships.
Well, and that's, you know, obviously that's what we're here for, right? We're here to teach young men and women how to move forward in life, and one of the big parts of that is obviously from an academic standpoint, and we will have some of those announcements as we move on throughout the weekend. I think they're going to do some of that tonight as well.
I think in between each game they'll honor somebody from each of the schools who will receive a scholarship, academic scholarship, or college scholarship of sorts, and that's part of the fundraising of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic.
Yeah, great way to kick off the season. As we had said, hopefully, this is a 2020 and 2021 season, but a great way to kick off the season with these four teams coming together, and a neat way to be able to bring it to you, too, by having the JVs involved in it as well. Not just 2 games a day, right? We're playing 4 games a day. We're having a lot of fun with it, and looking forward to a great weekend.
Yeah, we're trying to break it in, too. As we've had, hopefully, everybody's overcome their tryptophan week or day or two. I know turkey yesterday, a little more turkey today. If I happen to nod off at some time, just nudge me.
You won't be the only one.
A little bit, but I was hoping that as many college teams do, they have tip-off classics here or there, and sometimes they take them all the way out to Hawaii to do that. We weren't able to figure that into the budget this year.
Not this year, but that coming, for it being the first annual, right? It's going to be tough to be able to come up with those funds. But moving forward,
can only park so many cars.
I have no problem with going out there to Hawaii to be able to watch the Bobcats play.
The Zeps and the Tusky Valley Trojans coming up here. Obviously, nobody's gotten any basketball in at this point during the season, but everybody's had a chance to play a little preseason scrimmages. Got guys coming back a little bit, and what do you know about either one of these teams?
Well, what I know is we're going to have a pretty gosh darn good game for Game 1 of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic, because both of these teams have high expectations going into this year. Both teams last year finished with identical 17-8 records, and both advanced in the tournament, deep within the district tournament, and have a lot of players back from those teams. So it's going to be an entertaining game to kick this off. 3 starters back for Tusky Valley. They run kind of an up-paced offense, and got some guys that like to shoot it from deep as well. And Shenandoah will do the same thing, and like to take the ball to the hole, though, a little bit more than Tusky does. So it's going to be an entertaining matchup.
No doubt, and some decent size on the floor, and of course, Cambridge plays Shenandoah in the regular season, so they're not going to square off during the Classic here. But I guarantee you, both coaches will be sitting around doing some scouting.
Yeah, we've had Shenandoah on the schedule the last couple of years, really, and it's nice, and it's been early in the season to be able to kind of a tune-up game, right? You got local guys getting involved, but this is going to be a great matchup. This first game, again, we got. Shenandoah, just their starters are all seniors, so they've been playing together for a long time. And they've got a good young group, too, which is going to be interesting to see how they fit into the mix here in Game 1. And two, we want to say, obviously, hello and get well soon to Coach Mark Smith, who's not with us tonight, too. So, it's going to be a little bit different dynamic because we don't have Coach here calling the shots, but I'm sure that Coach Easterly and Coach Van Fleet will take care of some of those things. But, I'm anxious to see Tusky Valley. I watched them on film quite a bit, and they've kind of been Jekyll and Hyde on film in a couple different scrimmages, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out of the chute. But they've got some good players on the team, and they got a couple bigs that can play tough as well, but they like to shoot the ball.
Well, teams, it can be a little rough early in the season before you get your basketball legs and your shooting eye under you. A couple of weeks of practice. A lot of these kids still making that transition from football and fall sports and so forth. But, we'll get there as we will too. It might be a little rough today. There were some blips, obviously, during the football season and probably during a long basketball season. We'll just have to be flexible and make the best of it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great season. Looking forward to it. Selfishly, of course, as we know, I have a senior this year too, so being able to watch him for one last time is going to be a privilege as well.
Hey, we're going to step out here in a little bit. We'll come back with tonight's opening tip and the starting lineups right after these messages.
Chronic issues do not disappear just because COVID is here. Whether you've been experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Our patients' health and safety is our top priority, and we currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to our facility, we're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
No, that's all right. 45 is good.
Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Shenandoah High School. Number 1, Christian Donovan. Number 10, Kate Denis. Number 22, Baylor Wentworth. Number 23, Dayton Hill. And number 41, Max.
Welcome back to the Coach Ford Court and the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Introductions taking place now for the Shenandoah Zap starting lineup. Christian Dunford, 6-foot senior. Kate Denis, 5'9" senior. Baylor Wentworth, a 5'9" senior. Dayton Hill at 6'3" and a senior. And Max McVicker, a 6'4" senior a very, very talented and senior-laden lineup and some decent size there as well for the TV Trojans. 6'3" senior Tyler Stump, 6' sophomore Connor Newsom, 6'2" senior Jason Hall, Logan Stozer, a 6'1" junior, and Nathan Glazer. I think Glasser actually is the 6'1" or 6'4" senior. So a lot of seniors for the Zeps team, a lot of experience there as they are dressed in their road green uniforms this afternoon, and the Trojans representing the white and home uniforms today. Of course, keys in the game early got to be turnovers, right?
Well, this early in the season, for sure, is always turnovers in every game, but certainly early in the season, as you had said, to try to get your football legs, converted to basketball legs.
Glazer and McVicker, center circle, ball tipped up, controlled by the Zeps, and it'll take them a while here to kind of figure out, make sure you know what end you're going to go to. And Wentworth on the slash to the basket, no good. McVicker rebounds, sticks it back up, missed it once. Second time, though, Max McVicker knocks it in on the tip in. Give him a couple offensive rebounds in the mix here. 2-0 Zaps. Drive to the basket by Newsom, and then a foul as he tried to dish off. Let's see who the foul is against. And that'll be on Wentworth, his first, team's first. And it'll be taken out under the basket. Out on top, Stump to Stozer now. Stozer gets into the mix, man-to-man defense. And loose ball on the floor. Newsom put it there, picked up. McVicker takes it to the bank. Almost tried to dunk it in and missed it. And coming the other way, Newsom pulls it up on the right wing.
Yeah, I think he changed his mind at the last minute. He might not have been in the right position.
Stozer, nice move to the paint, spins up, kisses it off the glass, and Logan Stozer ties it up 2-2. 1 minute in, and little half-court trap by the Trojans. Didn't get the steal out on top. 3 ball, put up left wing, no good. That time by Dunover, and an over-the-back call.
Yeah, easy call there by the Stripes. Dayton just got boxed out there, didn't have position at all, but great box out there by Tusky.
Dayton Hill picked up the foul, his first, team second. 2-2. Just starting out this varsity contest. Left side, Stump. Back out on top, Hall now swings it left side, back to Newsom. Newsom works off the pick, roll inside. Weak side pass and layup. Up and good by Tyler Stump.
Yeah, and you can see they pass the ball really well. They're going to run a lot of that pick and roll here from that elbow, and with the intention of getting that backside guy, that easy 6-footer.
Skip pass over the top. Dunover will pull it back out as the Trojans drop, looks like 1-2-2. Little trap there. Kick to the corner. 3 ball. Rattles in and out. Rebound by the Zeps. Tried to feed it off inside. No good. And the Trojans come back down with it. Glazer off the dribble. Might have got away with the walk the first time. Didn't the second time. And that'll be a turnover against the Trojans, who lead at 4-2. And now they're going to push the pressure up the floor a little bit.
Yeah, a little 1-2-2 full court press.
Jason Hall at 6'2" on the point of that. Tough to throw over the top of him, but the Zeps handle it over to Dunover. Trying to get it back to Wentworth. Dunover in the corner. And Hill down low, and McVicker will finish again. And McVicker's going to be that inside presence today. He's got a couple of buckets, and it's tied up 4-piece.
Yeah, and you can see he's not afraid to get to the hole.
for 3. Cha-ching! Logan Stozer, 5 early points, and the Trojans retake the lead.
Yeah,
7-4.
Stozer's their outside shooter. He's not afraid to put it up.
Feed inside, McVicker lost the handle, and then ball knocked away. And actually, they're going to call the foul.
Trojan foul number 25, Logan Stotzer, his first team.
Stotzer picks it up, his foul. And it will be Zeps ball baseline. Dinas on the trigger. McVicker in the corner trap there. Get back out on top, Wentworth. Back to Dunover corner. He'll take it to the basket. Had a shot, passed it up. Back to Wentworth for 3. No. And the rebound to the Trojans, Newsom. leading 7-4, 5 minutes still to go here in the opening period of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic.
Yeah, Denifer had a nice little turnaround jumper there that he could have taken advantage of. He will. He'll get his shots up as the
Glasser's
game
shot
goes.
no good. Denis with the rebound had his pocket pick and a whistle on the floor as Stump made a move to the basket. And Dayton Hill picks up his second foul. And they'll say before the shot. So substitution here. Hill's going to take a seat. And Grant Stotsberry, 6'3 sophomore, will check in for the Zeps, who trail it by 3. Stump in the corner, back to the top. Feed back to Glazer, his 3. Touching! Glazer knocks it down. He's got 5, and it is a 6-point Trojan lead. Trap at half court. Denis to the foul line, kicks it corner, back out. Wentworth for 3, left it short again. And on the rebound, it will be touched last by the Zeps. Or check that Trojans, it will be Zep ball.
Yeah, Wentworth puts that ball up high
Boy,
into the
that had a
rafters
large
on that 3.
Denis feeds it in. Stotsberry back out to Denver. Can't get to it in time. Stolen away. And coast to coast laying it up and in. Tozer. And there will be timeout on the floor. 12-4. Trojan on top of the Zeps. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Singer Auto Sales. Honesty, integrity, and great deals. Give them a call at 732-2221.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
On top of the Zeps as we come back out of the timeout, halfway through this opening period. Again, Trojans with some full court pressure. Denver into the half court set. Trojans will drop back into that half court zone now. Wentworth to McVicker. He'll launch the 3 ball. That one off the mark. And the long rebound comes down to Stazer. And the Trojans trying to get it up the floor maybe a little bit too quickly and over the head of Jason Hall, and turnover gives it back to the Zeps, who've really had trouble hitting on anything other than the McVicker feed in the paint.
Yeah, and again, it's because of that defense. Tusky likes to play an aggressive style defense. Full court zone here, press, and then going back to the half court zone.
Donover out on top, has yet to get on track. He can be an offensive force if he can get in the groove here. Stotsberry. Back to Wentworth, inside feed, McVicker, and as he turned to go to the basket, got hacked and will not be a shooting foul.
Tyler Stump, his first, team second.
That was on 2, Tyler Stump there.
Stump picks up his first, just the team's second, and Cody Robinson, 6'1 sophomore, checks in for the Trojans as the Zeps take it out of bounds. Denis into the corner. Back to Denis on the block there. Outmanned in there a little bit. Kicks it inside out for the 3. Touching. And Grant Stotsberry knocks it down to close the deficit to 12-7.
That's one of those younger guys that I told you are going to have an impact on this game. Stotsberry's, as you see, has a nice touch.
Stazer answers. Bingo from deep. That's his second 3 of the period.
As does Stotzer, has a nice touch. He likes to put it up from downtown.
Left wide open there. The Zep didn't recognize him, and the pressure that time caused the Zep to throw it over the top and out of bounds. So another turnover charge to Shenandoah. And the Trojans lead at 15-7, 2:42 left here in the opening period, and they'll have it back on the attack again.
And as you can see, a little bit of sloppy play with the passes, right? Not the most crisp passes, a little bit more juice on them, and guys not really in position. So that'll get better as the game goes by, let alone as the season progresses.
Zeps pick up man-to-man pressure a little further out on the floor here. Glazer Works against McVicker, puts it on the floor, cut off, spin, fade away from 10, nearly got it to go, and rims in and out. Stotsbury will run in, pick it up, get it to Dunover, up the left side. Little hesitation move. He'll take it to the hoop, put it up, and head to the line, and that's what Dunover does best.
Yeah.
He is so good off the dribble, and that'll get him a couple of free throws.
I would guess that's why Tusky's going with that 3-2 half-court zone to keep Dunover from going to the hole. But Christian said, I don't care. I'm getting to the hole. I need a shot here. He went through 3 guys and got to the rim.
Glazer with the foul. Dunover knocks the first one in to make it 15-8. And Glazer will take a seat. Cooper Seitz, 5'10" senior, into the game for the Trojans. 2:15 remaining here, opening period. Second one is up and all net as well. And the Zeps will drop back into their half court. Trailing by 6. Left side, Stump. Back out on top. Robinson now off the dribble down the lane. Tried to kick it to the corner and threw it away. And Robinson that time just a little out of rhythm with his teammate Stump in the corner.
Yeah, what I saw on film was Robinson's that guy that comes off the bench, tries to get you a spark plug, but he's not afraid to put the ball up and try to make something happen, and you can see that just tried a little bit too much there to make something happen.
Dunover into the double team. Back to Wentworth. He'll take it down the lane. Stop. Pop from 15. Doesn't go. Rebound by Robinson. He'll kick it out. On the breakaway, Stazer pulls it back out on top. Back to Stump. Feeds it left side. Looking for the post feed. Got it in there. Nice feed and finish as Jason Hall lays it up and in.
And you see why Robinson comes in off the bench. That's a great pass there by the sophomore.
Feed inside. Dinas in among the tall guys. Kicks it out. Dunover spot 3. No. And the long rebound chased down by Seitz. And with 1:18 to go, 17-9 lead. Trojans will slow it back down with the lead and look for a good look here. Stump right side, look for that post feed, not there. Swings it left side. Stazer again, deep 3, not this time. And Stotsbury cleans it down and hands it off to Dunover. Under a minute to play. Quickly into that half-court trap. Trojans force another turnover. As Dunover looking for somebody to flash to the corner. They didn't get there, and the ball did.
Yeah, that pressure D is the main reason for that. You see that they like to get up and down the floor. They're pretty athletic.
Yeah. I was impressed. Trojans, even in transition, drop right back into that trap.
Right.
Under 50, first period. Trojans with the ball in a 17-9 lead. Stazer left side. Looks for the post, not there. Feeds it across. Stump. Now has it to Robinson. Pull up from 10. A little bit long. Rebound, Dunover, and he'll pull it and go. Has the 3-on-2 down the left side. Spins in the lane. Right-hand runner, no. Short of the rim and knocked off of the Zeps and out of bounds. And that's the kind of look that midseason Dunover would never miss.
Right. No, and then again, it's going to take a little while to get your basketball feet underneath you. But, I love how Dunover takes the ball to the hole. I mean, so much can happen when you put that chin on the rim and go to the hole. I like getting to the foul line, but you got those big guys underneath the dish too.
Glazer checks back in for the Trojans. 20 on the clock, leading 17-9. Out on top, Stazer works against Wentworth, and the 5-second call. No, offensive foul. And Cody Robinson
team's fourth.
setting the pick that time, and it'll be a turnover. With 16 seconds left, the Zeps a chance here to cut the deficit a little bit.
Yeah, 16 seconds. Take your time here, get a real good shot, and get some momentum going into the second quarter.
Stazer will come out on the top of that trap. Wentworth over to Dunover. Takes a deep 3 from the corner. Touching! Christian Dunover at the buzzer. And it's a 5-point Trojan lead, 17-12 as we head to the second period. We'll be back right after this.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford online at DoanFord.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Back at Cambridge game of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic opening varsity game. Already had one JV game today. The Trojans on top of the Zeps in that one, 56-31, and the Trojans lead it here 17-12, and we'll have the first look of the second period. Connor Newsom with it out on top against Wentworth. Wentworth picked his pocket, couldn't handle the ball going back down. Does, puts up the left-hand runner, no good, but Dunover there to clean it up, and Christian Dunover 7 points on the afternoon. And the Zeps picking up the intensity defensively a little bit as McVicker knocks it out of bounds, overplaying the passing lane there.
Yeah, that pick by Wentworth on that steal was really, really nice. He was perfect in position, just didn't finish at the hole.
Feet across the court and a nice catch and finish. Jason Hall, I tell you what, he's strong in the paint.
Yeah, he's a big guy. And he finishes when he's down low.
Dunover down to the corner. Stotsberry all the way to the basket. Shot rejected in there by Stump. And he'll pull it back down and lead it the other way, 19-14. 7:14 left first half. Trojans with the ball in the lead. As Hall steps out, back to Newsom. And again, Wentworth overplaying the pass there, almost came up with another one. He's on Stazzer pretty tight now. Stazzer had the hot hand as that shot off the mark by Hall. Dunover with the rebound, trying to push it up the floor. All the way to the three-point line, takes it inside that, puts up the 10-footer, no good. Rebound, battled for, and Newsom will pick it up and push it the other way. Got away with a little push-off, takes it to the hoop and lays it in. Connor Newsom, first bucket of the day. 21-14.
Good body control there by Newsom to be able to finish at the hole.
Yeah, kind of cleared his way out going in there, but the official's not in a midseason form yet either.
Well, it's first game for them as well.
Let them play a little.
That's right.
We all got to be home by 10 o'clock, right? Zeps back on the attack, down 7. Wentworth to McVicker, back to the corner. Stotsberry 3-ball.
Yeah.
Cha-ching,
Nice
he is
ball
hot
movement.
right there.
Yeah, real good ball movement there by the Zeps. Trying to break that half-court zone is perfect.
Stotsberry's second three from the same spot. 21-17. Glazer. Right side, back now to Newsom. Back to the top, they'll swing it, work it left side. Stazzer fakes right, goes left wide open, and I tell you what, Wentworth was beaten, but his quick hands saved the bucket right there as he reached around and knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, he's got some quick hands, and Staltzer's he's got some quick feet. Went right around him, but didn't phase Wentworth at all.
Peyton Hill checks back in for the Zeps, 5:40 left here in the half. 21-17, Trojans with the ball, baseline left side. Out on top, Stazzer. Left side, Newsom. Now down to Hall. Works his way to the hoop. Kicks it to the corner. Stazzer for 3. Counted. His third of the afternoon. And you're leaving that wide open, and he doesn't miss.
No, and he's not afraid to shoot it. So you got to put a body on him.
Another turnover by the Zaps. Picked up Colton Kohler in the game. Stazzer
He's
again.
feeling it, buddy.
Bullseye from the right side, and his 4-3. And another timeout. Shenandoah, 5:12 left here in the opening half. 10-point Trojan lead. We'll be back right after this.
Our specialized orthopedic team is committed to getting you back to living. Whether you're chasing collegiate records or chasing toddlers at home, call our orthopedic group today. Your condition is no match for our top docs, including new Superior Med team member Dr. Vanessa Falk, who's now accepting new patients. To schedule an appointment, call 740-439-8886. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Rural First by Farm Credit is not just for farmers. See James Klein about financing your home in the country now.
Back to the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Bill Kafuri, John Valentine here with us this afternoon. Remind you that you can watch this streaming video of today's games as well on YRP TV, or check it out on our ABC Facebook page. 27-17, Trojans on top of the Zeps, and the Trojans shooting the ball well, not only inside but outside.
Outside for sure. I told you they're going to jack it up from all over the place, and Logan Stotzer 4 of 5 from downtown.
And as a team, they've hit 5 threes here through the first quarter and a half. Dunover for the Zeps on the left side. I've used a couple of timeouts to try to figure out what's happening here, as the Trojans with this strong zone have forced some turnovers. McVicker back out. Wentworth penetrates, inside feed to Hill, and finish, and one. Nice quick look that time by Wentworth, and Dayton Hill able to knock it in. He'll head to the line.
Real good ball movement there by the Zeps again. Wentworth saw the opening, and having Hill back in the game is certainly going to be a difference maker. He's just got to be real careful not to get that third foul in the first half.
Kohler picked up his first foul, and Hill here can try to cut that margin a little bit more, puts it up and in. So Dayton Hill a 3-point play, and a 7-point deficit. And the Trojans hustling down the floor, almost got the easy feed, but Hill, after making the free throw, got back, knocked it out of bounds, kept it out of Glazer's hands.
Thankfully, he had a little bit of a head start since he was at the free throw line.
Stotzer out on top. Kohler. And Wentworth picked his pocket as well, takes it up this time and lays it in.
He learned his lesson that time. He was going to make sure he finished. Get rewarded for the nice quick
Wentworth's
hands.
first bucket of the afternoon, and nearly came up with another steal. And he's just a little guy, but that obviously the quickness that he has is paying off defensively.
You got to capitalize on what you got, brother.
Yeah.
He might not be the biggest guy, but he is quick.
Kohler, backcourt to Newsom. Across the timeline, right side. Kohler looks for the post feed. Nobody high, nobody low. Back to Stotzer. He'll swing it. Stump to the high post. Glazer. Back around on the 4-minute mark. And we've got an offensive foul away from the ball, and that's going to be on Nathan Glazer.
Yeah, he was a little upset there that he didn't get a foul called when he had the ball there at the top of the key. And a little frustration foul, I think, on Glazer.
27-22. Zeps with the ball and a chance to cut the deficit as close as they have in a while, with 10 just a couple of minutes ago. And Hall's going to push the defense up about three-quarter court. Can't get the trap at half court. Wentworth, backdoor feed. McVicker, nice head and shoulder fake. And Max McVicker, his third bucket of the afternoon, and it is a 3-point margin right now. Head and shoulder fake Stump. He'll take it to the hoop, got the defense in the air, and foul on the floor.
And that'll be Hill's third foul. And the official's letting him know that
Dayton Hill's going to have to sit down.
He's going to have to relax a little bit.
And yeah, Grant Stotsberry is going to check back in. Stotsberry gives him that 3-point shot. Hill pleading his case here, wasn't
he? Yes, he was.
But he was talking to the wrong guy at the wrong time in the wrong place.
Right.
Stump kicks it in. And another foul on the hold, this time Dinas. Trying to keep Connor Newsom, and everybody on this Trojan team has the ability to put the ball on the floor and take it hard to the glass.
Yep.
And if you don't put a body on them, they're going to finish.
Well, and if you don't come up, put pressure on them, they're going to shoot it. So they got guys that can get inside and outside.
Corner, Stump off the dribble, skips it across, and then back out to Stotzer. Okay, Braden Overton in the game, inside feed, down to Stump. And Jason Hall's shot blocked, but a foul on that, and that's going to be on Grant
Stotsberry, his first, team 6.
Those 6 fouls on the Zeps. And they'll say that was not a shooting.
Yeah, three non-shooting fouls in a row.
Wow.
That's going to add up quickly for the Zeps.
Next one will be 3:19 left. Inside feed. Hall probably got fouled again, but he finished that time. Jason Hall's third bucket, and it's 29-24.
Good play design there by Tusky to be able to take advantage of the size of Hall as well.
Donover down the lane, counted, and one. And they let a little continuation go there. Donover was hanging in the air, switched to the left hand, knocked it in, got the foul, and the bonus shot. I didn't see who the foul was on. They haven't put it up on the board.
Yeah, it's
Number
on
3 on Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom.
Donover 2 for 2 already, and make it 3 for 3. Donover's 10th point of this first half. Off the dribble, Newsom, pull up, in and out, no good. Rebound, stick back, Hall, and give him a bonus.
Hall is tough inside. He's a big body. It's hard to get him pushed around, and he was not going to be denied on that.
6'2" and real strong, and not only finished that one, he'll get the extra shot here as the foul on McVicker, his first. Team's 7th, so 2:57 left. That rebound off the back of the rim. Donover will chase it down and bring it quickly the other way. 31-27. Donover trying to spin down the lane, backs his way in, looks for the kick out. Not there. Instead, spins in the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Comes down to Newsom. Donover that time had it hanging on the rim. 2.5 left in the half. Stazzer back out on top, swings it left side. Newsom deep 3, no. Rebound, Hall. And double team down in the corner. What do they call here?
A little bit of a push, I believe, is what they call.
I didn't see the foul call, though.
Well, and if it were up to me, I think I would have called a push on Hall on the initial.
He didn't flash any foul, but there will be Trojan ball there. So they'll keep it leading 31-27. Stump all the way out to Stazzer. Venus on him. Stazzer trying to take him off the dribble. Fade away from 10. Not there. And the rebound. And they'll call the foul on the rebound this time. Overton over the back. And what better?
Overton, his first.
Nice cue there, buddy.
Yeah, that was kind of a makeup call, I think, because it didn't look like he did much.
Both teams with 8 fouls now, and that's going to send Overton to the line. There's
Stottsbury.
I'm
Wrong
33. I looked at 33. I said, wait a minute, 33 shooting it is.
He fouled
Stottsbury
himself.
was the guy rebounding, couldn't get it to go. McVicker rebound, that's not there. Rebounded again and tipped up, and now they're going to call McVicker over the back. Yeah. And now actually Overton will get a chance to shoot as McVicker has picked up a couple of quick fouls here in just the last minute. He's got 2 now, so the Zeps have got to be careful. You know, without McVicker in the paint here, I'm not sure they got anybody else that can stop the onslaught that Tusky has put on the basket here.
Right, with Hill on the bench with 3 fouls. He's really their enforcer inside, and not having him in there.
Rebound comes back down to Overton. Stazzer has it ripped out of his hand. McVicker comes up with a loose ball. Gets it to Donover. Up ahead. He'll get it right back down the lane. A little hesitation to the hoop. Not there. McVicker stick back short of the mark. And rebound. And a foul. Overton with the rebound. And the Zeps with the foul. That one on Cade Denis. His second.
Cade Denis, his second. Team's 9.
So both these teams playing a little physical brand of basketball here in the first half. We've had a lot of fouls, and now the free throws to follow. 1:52 left in the half, 31-27, and Braden Overton back to the line, puts it up and in. He'll get another one. No.
He crossed the line before the ball got on a made basket, too.
So discount the basket. And substitution, Cody Robinson checks in for Overton.
Well, and you would think that the fouls have picked up because people are starting to get a little tired and that kind of thing, but I don't think that's it. They're just getting more aggressive.
1:48 to go. Donover team down 4. Kicks it back out. Wentworth, a little hesitation. Runner in and out. And Hall with the rebound and knocked out of his hand. It will stay Trojan ball. Right now, the Zeps getting some looks. They've not been easy ones, but they're just not getting it to roll in.
They're getting to the hole, but they're just, again, as the season goes, those are start to fall a little bit, I think. Yeah. But, they've been getting some looks.
Wentworth. Hassel and Newsom out on top over to Robinson. And there it is. Wentworth with another steal. Takes it up, lays it in. He's got 4 on the afternoon, and it is a 2-point ball game, 31-29. Zeps clawing their way back in. They were down 10 earlier this half.
10 at that great timeout by
just about
by the
5
Zeps
minutes
coaching
ago.
staff.
Feed to the high post. Hall down the lane, hands it off inside. Stump, able to finish.
Number 2, Tyler Stump.
33-29, under a minute left.
Good ball movement there by Tusky to get the easy basket.
Dunover off the pick, stops, pops, rattles in and out, no good. Rebound by Newsom. Top of the key, he'll spin down the lane, put up the floater, knock it in. Under Newsom. The answers, and it's just like that, back up to 6. Half a minute to go here in the first half. 35-29, Dunover. As the Trojans have backed off of that half-court trap a little bit. It was pretty effective early.
It was, but you don't want to pick up any more fouls.
Yeah.
They'll be in the, obviously they're shooting in the bonus now. You don't want to get them on 3 points.
Dunover looking for a little help here. Keeps the dribble alive. 9 seconds left. Look for him to give it up. He does to Wentworth. Doesn't use the pick. Goes to the corner, and they'll call the foul down low. That's going to send Wentworth to the line. Little hand check. And that's Stazer's second foul.
Number 38, Snyder.
And sends Wentworth to the line for the 1-on-1. 3.2 left on the clock. And Wentworth with a chance to score with the clock stopped here. Zeps already in the bonus. They won't put anybody on the lane here. Wentworth can't get it to go. Stepped in, tried to steal the rebound. Instead, Stump got it. 3 from half court, short of the mark by Stazer, and that'll get us to the break. 35-29. Trojans on top of the Zeps here at halftime. Stay tuned. We'll take a quick break, come back, stats, scoring, and the second half of action coming up after these messages.
I'm not buying till I check Dome Ford. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doane Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doane Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doane Ford. Online at DoaneFord.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Rural First by Farm Credit Mid-America. Financing available for lots and land. Contact James Klein at their location on Whitaker Road, Cambridge.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 24 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be ready for the unexpected by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level and in common spaces like the kitchen, especially if you're cooking more, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with reliable protection you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
ABC Wednesday, November 11th. This is the live music event you've been waiting for all year long.
It's country music's
biggest night. The CMA Awards with live performances by Miranda Lambert, Luke Combs, Maren Morris, Eric Church, plus an epic collaboration. Thomas Rhett featuring Reba McEntire, Hillary Scott, and Chris Tomlin. And so many more. Reba McEntire and Darius Rucker host the CMA Awards live
Wednesday, November 11th, 8, 7 Central on ABC. Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and as you know, I'm a huge fan of Metamucil, and I have some news to share. Metamucil now has a delicious fiber gummy made by the #1 doctor-recommended fiber supplement brand. These gummies are a convenient way to get more fiber. That's because Metamucil fiber gummies are made with an exclusive blend of prebiotic plant-based fibers that give you 5 grams of fiber in each serving. I want you to promote your digestive health by trying new Metamucil gummies today.
For the ones standing guard, for the eagle-eyed, for the knights in shining armor, and for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call clickgrainger.com/safety or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Court. Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Bill Kafuri, John Valentine here for the second game, actually, of today's Classic. We had a JV game early on, about 3 o'clock, and the first varsity game of the afternoon is the Shenandoah Zeps taking on the Tusky Valley Trojans here at halftime. The Trojans leading by 6, 35-29, and they have started with the lead, maintained the lead, had it up to 10 at one time, and the Zeps cut it down to 2. And right now, the magic number is 6. And both teams have had their spurts here. And you expect some shaggy play early in the season. And I think that's kind of exactly what we've had.
Well, shaggy first quarter, for sure. There was a lot of turnovers, a lot of people trying to get used to each other, right? You're feeling each other out anyway and trying to see what you got. Now, for Shenandoah, basically those 5 starters have played together forever, so they are pretty familiar with each other. And really, for Tusky, too, they got 3 returning starters back from last year's team, so they're kind of comfortable with each other, too. But the second quarter, I think that you saw a lot more physical play and pushing people around a little bit more, and the officials were kind of letting them get away with a little bit of that in the first quarter. And but anyway, moving forward, shooting the ball, I think that's been our biggest issue so far for Shenandoah, at least. Tusky shot the ball real well. Yeah, Tusky came out. They've got their sharpshooters on mid-season form. Logan Stazer in the first half, 16 points, including 4 threes, and he's off to a pretty good start. And I think that you saw the Zeps put Wentworth on him and try to deny him the ball a little bit more, with his quickness, and didn't have as good a second period. He had 10 in the first period, was able to hit a couple of quick threes in that second period, a timeout, maybe some defensive adjustments by the Zeps, but at this point, he's been the guy to kind of stop. Jason Hall in the paint, 8 in the first half. I think they're all on layups or either taking it to the hoop or getting rebounds, because he's been a force in the paint. 3 for Glazer and 4 apiece for Newsom and Stump, as the Trojans have been to the line 3 times, missed all of those, but have more than made up for that outside the arc. The Zeps, on the other hand, it took Christian Dunover a little while to get on track, but he's there now. Knocked down a 3, he's been to the line, and is perfect there. 3 for 3, has 12 at halftime. He got 6 from McVicker inside. Stottsbury came off the bench, knocked down a couple of 3s, 4 for Wentworth, and his coming on steal breakaways, and Dayton Hill able to come up with a 3-point play. But they've got to keep Dunover and getting shots and keep McVicker from getting fouled. Well, the good part about knowing that they're going to make some adjustments at halftime to try to slow Dunover down, when you try to slow Dunover down, that means some big guys are going to be open underneath for him to dish to. So that's going to be the difference in the second half, because in the first half, Shenandoah didn't shoot the ball very well. Really. No, they did not. They only shot 33% from the field, and that was for 2s and for 3s. They were 33% from both sides. So they missed a lot of buckets at close range, right? I mean, believe it or not, they actually shot more 3s than Tusky did. It felt like Tusky was shooting 3s every time, but they were making. But that was the difference, is they made 62% of their 3s, where Shenandoah was making 33%. So that's the difference. So if they're going to bring out somebody to slow Dunover down, he's going to have to dish. But those guys underneath for the Zeps are going to have to make those buckets. Halftime.
of the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic. Game 1 here, 35-29. Tusky Valley Trojans on top of the Shenandoah Zeps. We'll step out one more time. Second half coming up right after this.
I'm not buying till I check Dome Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doane Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doane Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doane Ford. Online at DoaneFord.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Our specialized orthopedic team is committed to getting you back to living. Whether you're chasing collegiate records or chasing toddlers at home, call our orthopedic group today. Your condition is no match for our top docs, including new Superior Med team member Dr. Vanessa Falk, who's now accepting new patients. To schedule an appointment, call 740-439-8886. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Welcome back to Gene Ford Court. Halftime winding down here, and our first varsity contest of the afternoon is the Trojans on top of the Zeps 35-29. And run down a few of those stats that you have through that first half.
Yeah, with, again, we talked about the shooting percentages really for both teams, and the difference being that Tusky is really shooting the ball really well. They're 60% from the floor, and as you said, 0 for 3 from the foul line. But shooting 60% from the floor is going to be going to keep you in a lot of games, especially when 5 of 8 of those are three-pointers. So 62% from the beyond the arc. That's been the difference in the game. And really, credit Shenandoah for coming back there after that timeout. They were down 10. When they had that timeout, to be able to come back and get back in that game really says a lot. But as you had mentioned, Jason Hall for Tusky, really he's been the difference maker. Besides Stotzer with threes, of course, but Hall is a physical presence inside. He's got four rebounds, is what I got him at for the first half, and that's been the difference really for Tusky. But for Shenandoah, we just got to, they've got to be able to hit those shots inside. I think that's been the difference. When you're only making 33% of your twos and 33% of your threes, you don't mind 33% from beyond the arc, but inside the paint, we got to be able to convert a couple of those. And but rebounding the ball, Max McVicker had a real good first half. I got him with 4 offensive rebounds, but he also missed 3 or 4 of those putbacks too. So I think if he knocks a couple of those down, the Zeps are right back in this game.
Thotsbury going to get the start for the second half here with Dayton Hill on the bench with 3 fouls, and the Zeps will have the ball. Down 6 points as we begin the second half. It'll be Dunover, Denis, Wentworth, McVicker, and Thotsbury, and for the Trojans, Stump, Newsom, Hall, Stotzer, and Glacier. And I was kind of wondering if you thought the Trojans had come right back out in that trap, and there they are.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of success with this in the first half. Let's see if the Zeps handle it a little bit better. McVicker, left wing, looks for the post, not there, back to Dunover. And this whole thing slowed him down from getting off to a good start.
Yeah, hard to drive to the hole when you get 3 bodies in front of you compared to 2.
Yeah, they're not letting him have any space out there. Left side, Stottsbury 3, bullseye.
And that's how you're going to give space to Dunover out front. You keep knocking those shots down.
His third 3, inside feed. Glacier off the glass and kisses it in, and Nathan Glacier.
Yeah, and Glazer's got to get moving for Tusky to be able to have a chance to pull this out. I mean, that's only his 4th shot he's taken, and he's one of their better scorers.
He had a 3 in the first half, and that was it, but his game's inside when he can get there. Zeps again trying to work the outside, trying to get the open look here. Wentworth, Dunover, right side. Back to Wentworth. Trying to flash Stottsbury back to the corner again. He's hit 3 tonight. Donover pull up from 15 and he'll knock it down. He can start getting that shot to go. That's going to change things up a lot. 37-34, Trojans by 3. They'll face man-to-man pressure. Inside feed, Glazer from 15, not there, and Wentworth will pull it and run. Up the floor, Dinas to the corner, takes it under the basket, knocked out of his hand, right into the hand of Stotsberry. Step back 3. Oh, he's on fire, and we're tied 37 apiece.
4 for 4 from the three-point line for Stotsberry tonight. Yeah. A good coming out party for the sophomore.
You better find him. Get it to him. 6 minutes left here in the third, tied at 37. Trojans work their offense against the man-to-man. Glazer trying to back his way to the hoop, not there. Got to give it up quickly, does Stump. Now we'll work off the pick. The roll not there, skip pass across to Newsom. Behind the back, down the lane. Double clutch, up and in. Nice move.
How about that? How about Newsom with the nice behind the back?
They've been working on that one in the preseason.
He certainly has. That was smooth. And the good thing is he finished, too. It wasn't for naught.
Trap, not there. It's not that hard trap the Trojans were getting early. They're just kind of laying back, trying to control the tempo here. To the high post, McVicker. Dinas corner 3, not there, air ball. And Glazer pulls it down, hands it off. 5:15 left here in the third. 2-point Trojan lead. And the offensive foul going the other way. And Wentworth sold that pretty good.
Sure did.
Newsom stuck the hand out. Little push off there. And
yeah, it must have been somewhat of a push off because he slid about 15 feet on the floor.
Wentworth gives his team another possession here with that foul draw, and it's 39-37. Trojans by 2. McVicker double down, tries to fight his way through, does, not there, and the rebound ripped down by Hall. That was just a tough shot, and they'll call the reach in here. That time Wentworth maybe didn't get much, but just the fact that he was deep in on the reach in, picked up his second.
Well, and early in the second half, they want to make sure that they're going to have a clean finish to the game and take care of some of that stuff early.
Don't let that get out of hand. So the Trojans with the 2-point lead in the ball again. To the high post, kick across, 3-ball, Newsom, no. Rebound, tapped out, chased down, and Stazer able to knock it off at Donover, and it will stay Trojan ball.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Donover. Stotzer came over and tried to make a save and just happened to be right in front of Donover and bounced off of him.
Inside fade to Hall. He was so open he didn't know it. Stazer, his 3 partially blocked, and the rebound finally controlled by Wentworth. And the Zeps a chance to tie or take the lead here. They have not led today. Donover down the lane, can't get it over the rim. And Hall with another rebound. TV back the other way. Halfway through this third period, and Newsom that time with a no-look pass becomes the no-look turnover. He was expecting somebody to be at the top of the key. There was nobody there. And it will go back to the Zeps, still down 39-37.
Yeah, just trying to make a little bit too much happen there when he didn't need to. He really didn't have pressure. He didn't have to get rid of it, but credit Shenandoah for stepping their defense up a bit.
Robinson checks back in. Left side, Donover. He'll take that 3 in the corner. Touchdown! Christian Donover, 5 in the third, and the Zeps lead for the first time this afternoon, 40-39. Over to Robinson. Back to Stazer. He hadn't been able to get free to shoot, but Stump is. He'll take that one and comes off the mark long. Wentworth with the rebound, back to Donover. Zeps with the lead, and the ball can increase that lead. Donover, a little hesitation, baseline pull-up. Can't get that one to roll in. And Stump with the rebound. 3:20. And the Trojans on the attack, down a point now. Stazer pull up from the foul line. Rattles around and not down. Rebound Hall, and his shot blocked on the way up by McVicker. And here come the Zeps again. Spin move down the lane. Donovan switches to the right hand. He is hard to stop in the open court. 7 in the period, and the Zeps lead by 3.
He's pretty slick with that ball, and you got to be able to play some good defense on him.
You have to stop him.
Yes.
Stauser trying to answer the other way. Off the dribble, gets the high pick, not there. Kicks it to the corner. Robinson three. Count that one. And we're going to go back and forth for a while. Cody Robinson's first bucket of the day makes it a 42-all game. Donover splits a pair of defenders, draws the double team out on top, and he gets his head up. Somebody's open right now because there's a lot of guys in white jerseys watching him.
Yeah, they're all over him, and that's really going to be important when Dayton Hill gets back in the game to put him and McVicker at those elbows, give him another outlet to be able to dish to.
Danis left corner. Double team, steps through it, back out Wentworth. He'll take that three. Touching! Wentworth. He's around a few early. They didn't go. That one's there. And the Zeps with their biggest lead of the afternoon, 45-42. Under 2 to play here in the third. Stump back out on top. Robinson lost the handle. Wentworth nearly swiped it from him. Back to Stump right side. Looks for the post feed, trying to lob it to Taylor, not there. Backdoor, though, to Robinson. Nice move without the ball. Robinson takes the pass and lays it in. 1 point deficit.
Nice cut there by Robinson, finding the open hole, and credit Stump for being able to see him.
McVicker trying to get it to Dunner, tapped out of bounds, and that's going to allow Cooper Seitz to check in. 1:29 left here in the third. Zeps come from behind here, down as many as 10. In the first half, currently on top by a point. And they have the ball as Jason Hall takes a much-deserved rest. They'll kick it to Donover in the backcourt. Up ahead, Wentworth, Stotsbury. Denis kicks it out, three, Stotsbury corner, can't miss. Fifth three of the day, and it's a 4-point Zepp lead. He hadn't missed.
No, he hasn't. It's 5 for 5. Really from the same spot all night.
Yeah. He like that. You put a paint mark down there.
Yeah.
That's it. Stump. Glazer on top. Takes McVicker off the dribble. Strong to the hoop.
Yep.
And got the foul. And McVicker, I think that's his third.
Yeah, I got
Foul number 41, Max McVicker, his third.
His third. What JP says. Voice of the Bobcats say that's his third foul.
And they'll put it on the board. And send Nathan Glazer to the line, and he'll knock it down.
And that's going to be tough because with McVicker having three, he's going to get a break here and try to catch his breath. But that's going to be the difference if those big guys stay in foul trouble for the Zeps, though Dayton Hill hasn't come back in yet here in the second half, so he's getting a nice break.
Hayden Snyder checks in as Glazer makes them both. Snyder, 6'4", senior, but he's not nearly the offensive threat I think McVicker would be. He's got a little size, though. There's the trap at half court. Wentworth will work his way around it, feed it to Denis down the lane. Tries to get the defense in the air, kick it inside out. Step back three off the glass for Stotsbury, and that one doesn't go. Glazer with a rebound.
Well, he had to move a little bit that time.
He did.
Right?
He couldn't keep the feet planted.
Right, yep.
23 on the clock, 48-46 Zaps. Trojans with the ball and maybe the last look here. Stauser trying to feed it down low. Glazer and Wentworth right there. He has been the steal master today.
I saw that coming, but still you got to credit Wentworth for jumping in front of his man and stealing.
Feed down low. Stotsbury. Yes! That one away on the hung on the rim till the buzzer sounded. And a two ball, a rare two for Grant Stotsbury. Extends the Zepp lead as we head to the fourth. It's 50-46 Shenandoah. We'll be back right after this.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
Here at MDHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
3/4 in the book. Clock, and the Zaps come from behind. They lead at 50-46. An explosion in that third period with 21-11.
I thought the first half was pretty entertaining, buddy. That third quarter, that was worth the price of admission.
21-point quarter for the Zeps. The Trojans will start with the ball down 4. They've led it throughout, but the Zeps came from way back, down 10 at one point, and now on top by 4 as we head this fourth period up. Little pick and roll, and the pass stolen away. Aiden Snyder making his presence felt. Gets it to Dunver, slashes to the basket, kicks it out. Dayton Hill 3, no. And on the reach in, lets the ball tapped out of bounds. It will go white ball. That's the Trojans. Aiden Hill trying to knock one in. He just hasn't gotten hot tonight. He's been on the bench so long.
Yeah, he hasn't had a chance
gotten in a groove.
And I doubt that that's probably where he wants to be on the floor shooting as well, especially being on the bench for so long.
Stazer off to a good start today. Has not been able to get on track here in the second half. 16 first half points as Connor Newsom puts up a 3. That one no good. Rebound. Glazer works his way to the hoop, puts it up and in. Nathan Glazer. First 2 to start this fourth period, and it's a 2-point Shenandoah lead.
You see the skill level, though, Glazer, how he's got to have that ball a little bit more in his hands.
Donover off the dribble. Newsom on him, makes him give it up. Man-to-man pressure now by the Trojans for the first time tonight. And pull up 15-footer.
Right.
And Christian Donover.
Yeah, Donover saw it was a man-to-man, and so he said he wanted to take advantage of it.
Nobody can stop him one-on-one. And he pulls up and knocks that one down for his 19th point of the afternoon. Stump trying to answer from the baseline and does from 15 feet right baseline. Tyler Stump, just his third basket of the day. And we have timeout on the floor. 6:32 left to go. 52-50. Shenandoah. We'll be back right after this.
Our specialized orthopedic team is committed to getting you back to living. Whether you're chasing collegiate records or chasing toddlers at home, call our orthopedic group today. Your condition is no match for our top docs, including new Superior Med team member Dr. Vanessa Falk, who's now accepting new patients. To schedule an appointment, call 740-439-8886. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Travis Doherty wants to know why.
Back for the Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic, fourth period of game 1. And boy, if they're all like this is going to be a fun weekend.
It's going to be a fun weekend for sure. Moving forward, even every other year.
Travis Doherty, did you say Travis Doherty's listening?
Oh, he
must be someone else's radio because he wouldn't go buy one himself.
No, he's actually down in the stand, so he can hear us talking through the press box.
There's not that many people here. He might.
No, he might be.
52-50. The Zeps trailed at one time by 10, and they have battled back. They've had as much as a 4-point lead, and now on top by 2, facing full court pressure. McVicker back in the game, gets it to Denver. He's got a 1-on-2. That's a mismatch his way, and off the glass, no good. McVicker tried to clean it up and counted. +1.
Right place at the right time for sure. Credit McVicker for hustling down to be able to get in position to get that offensive rebound, his 5th of the night, and he's going to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
Blazer picks up the foul, his 3rd. And McVicker trying to complete the 3-point play. Bangs it in, off the glass, off the rim, and rattles it back in again. That's not the way you practice it, but it
does go down as a point, buddy.
5-point Trojan lead, or check that, Zep lead with 6:15 to go. Their biggest lead of the afternoon. Down low, Glazer against a double team, spins to his right, little jump hook up and in. And Nathan Glazer, the go-to guy here. And the second half has his 8-point of this half.
Yeah, I would guess Coach Seitz realized that he's got to get the ball in his hands more and trying to get him, at least to get some more shots up.
Donover double down on top. Trojans trying to make him give it up off the switch. Draws Tyler Stump. Now we'll give it to Wentworth. He'll take it off the dribble. Kick it to the corner. Denis won't take that one. With Stump on him. Back to Wentworth in the corner. Lobs it to McVicker. Feed over to Donover. Kicks it out. Stotsberry 3. Grant Stotsberry 6-3 on the night.
That was his spot, brother.
58-52. And nobody, they don't have an answer for that one. You're looking for Donover to put it up from point blank, and Stotsberry wide open. As the Trojans try to answer. Step back 3. Newsom, no good. Rebound Donover. Over to McVicker, who gave it back at the 5-minute mark. And the Zeps with a little giddy up in their step now. Donover down the lane, trying to go through defenders. Not there. Rebound McVicker. He couldn't get it to go, but Dinas on the rebound got hacked, and Glazer on the block, I think, just picked up foul number 4.
Foul number 30, Nathan Glazer, his 4th.
It is his 4th. And Cade Dinas goes to the line. He'll get 2 here. You can't hardly take Glazer out of the game at this point. You need his presence.
Right.
As Cade puts it up and in.
Just a reminder, at the end of this game, we will be
quick break. Still got 5 minutes to go, so you can squeeze another minute or 2 out of him.
Robinson will check back in, the 6'1 sophomore.
And Robinson played well there in that first half. So
he had 5 in the third.
Yeah.
Dana's second one, in and out, no good. Hall with this rebound. And it's 59-52 Zeps. Down low, Hall. Strong to the basket, kicks it out. Stazzer 3, no. Hot early, couldn't make that one. And Wentworth comes up with a loose ball and fouled in the process. Robinson picks up his second.
Fouls on Tusky Valley 0, Cody Robinson, his second, team's 4th.
So the Zaps now protecting the lead, up 7, their biggest lead of the afternoon with 4.5 to go. They'll have the ball, and here comes that half-court trap again. Donover reverses it. Wentworth up the left side, nearly stepped on the sideline. Back to Donover, trying to go over the top, slapped away, picked up by Hall. And Wentworth trying to re-steal it, nearly did. Stump off the dribble, penetrates, kicks it corner. Stand still 3 by Newsom, no good. McVicker will chase it down. And are they going to call him over the back? And if they are, that's number 4 on Max.
Yeah.
And it is.
Number 41, Max McVicker, his 4th, team's 3rd.
So both teams with a big man in trouble, and both will head to the bench.
Number 30 checks in for the Zeps.
As Aiden Snyder checks back in, 4:07 left in the game.
And that's a tough call there against McVicker. You understand why he was complaining a little bit.
Stazzer into Robinson, 3. Bingo! Cody Robinson's second 3 of the half, and cuts it down to a 4-point margin. 59-55. Lob over the top, stolen away again. Newsom to Hall, left-handed up and in, and just like that, the Zeps see that lead dwindle to 2. 59-57. We'll keep it here for this one, as this game is seesawed back and forth quite a bit here. And the Zeps came from behind, took the lead, extended it now. That trap is having its way again.
It's having its way again because the big guys for Shenandoah are on the bench. And if you're going to break that 2-1-2 trap, where are you going to put a guy? You got to put a guy up here at the top of the key to help the guards to be able to get the ball in. And that's the problem, is we don't. Shenandoah doesn't have a big guy to put there right now because they're on the bench. So I would guess that 1 or 2 of them are going to get back in the game here to be able to give Donover and Wentworth an option there.
There's a lot of diagramming going on down there to say just what you went over, and getting those young men to figure it out that, hey, we've got, without McVicker in there, as you said, he's been the guy flashing up most of the game, and they can throw it over the top to him.
Right, and what you'll hear me say a lot as the season goes on, if I don't get kicked out of the booth by
You'll
now,
probably be gone.
I probably will, but the middle of the floor is your friend. As I always taught the kid, that the middle of the floor is the magic spot, right? That's where the ball has to go to be able to break that press.
Sideline's a defender of its own,
Absolutely.
and they never miss.
So if you could get the ball to the middle of the floor, it's always going to help you.
Trojans are going to extend that pressure to three-quarter court.
And here you see
Wentworth up to Snyder, back to Wentworth, and down low trying to get it to
and that's the difference.
the
Now
hill
he gets into the game, and you see that the philosophy changes all of a sudden.
Dayton Hill that time fouled from behind by Robinson, his third. And Zeps will get to the line here maybe shortly, but only the 15th foul on the Trojans. And Dinas right side on the trigger. Kicks it to Snyder in the corner. Back out to Dunover. Nearly had it stolen away. He'll attack the basket at the foul line. Now forced to pull it back out. 3.5 to go in the game. 2-point Zep lead. Hill, right baseline. Pulls up. 15-footer. Good. Dayton Hill. First second half bucket. Extends the Zep lead to 4. Robinson. Off balance. Throws it into the backcourt. That's going to be over and back, and it is.
Yeah, Robinson got a little off balance there and really didn't have too many options to get rid of the ball.
Even Travis Darty could have got that over and back call correct.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
We've seen enough of his games to see that.
61-57. Zeps will have the lead in the ball. As McVicker, now they'll try to get him in there on the offensive half. And this might be a little offense defense.
Yep.
Get him in there when you're attacking.
Yep.
I'd tell Aiden Snyder, don't get cold over there. You're going to be back in probably in a minute.
And McVicker's got 6 offensive rebounds tonight, so now would be a good time to get him in.
Dunover between the circles. Excellent with the ball in his hand.
And really no rush here for Shenandoah.
No, they don't have to force it. McVicker tied up on the high post, and they'll swipe it away from him. Triple team. Fans wanted a foul, and taking it all the way coast to coast is Connor Newsom. Missed, had it knocked out of his hand, picked it up, laid it in, and fouled on the way up. So he's got a three-point play chance. And Dayton Hill picks up his 4th. So Newsom, a chance for the three-point play here to make this a 1-point ball game. 61-59, 2:50 left, and it's up and in and out as Dayton Hill chases it down in the corner. Still a 2-point deficit. Dunover in the open court, trying to kick it over to Wentworth and tapped out of bounds. The Zeps here seem to be a little bit rushed.
Well, and you can see the intensity on defense stepping up for Tusky, too. They're pretty good on defense, and for them to be able to put more pressure on Dunover, I think is what their plan is here.
And they have. They've been forcing him to give the ball up, and that's been the difference. Christian Dunover just 2 points here in the 4th period of his 19. Trapped again, gives it up. Wentworth to McVicker, right side. Dayton Hill. He's cut off and kicks it back out to Dunover, nearly thrown away. He'll save it back in to McVicker. Tried to take it against 3 guys to Dinas inside. To Hill off the glass, and they got bailed out there. The Zeps were really not sure what they were trying to do, and Dayton Hill that time going to get fouled and head to the line.
Well, it ended up working out for them, but
did.
There were several openings there that they could have kicked that ball inside and got an easy bucket. But a little confusion there with Dunover not having the ball in his hands. You can see that the other guys are a little bit more hesitant to make that decision.
Dayton Hill can't get the first one to go. Stays 61-59, 2:20 left in the game. Second free throw. Hill puts this one up, and that one off the mark as well. Stazzer with the rebound. And the Trojans, who have trailed for much of this second half, have the ball and a chance to tie or take the lead. Lob inside, trying to get it to Hall down low. Dunover taps that one away, but it will stay Tusky Valley ball with 2:07 left, baseline right side.
And that's what I'm doing if I'm Tusky. I'm getting that ball into Glazer or to Hall every time.
Hall has it underneath, takes it up strong, had it slapped out of his hand once, but he'll finish.
And
He's got 12, and we're tied at 61.
He's strong enough to finish, plus the guys that are guarding him are in foul trouble.
Dayton Hill throws it away, and Newsom going the other way. Count the bucket and the foul. Dunover tried to draw the charge, didn't get that done. And the basket counts as Connor Newsom knocks it in. He'll head to the line, or check that. Yeah, Newsom. He'll head to the line to try to complete another three-point play. And that foul on Dunover, just his first. Team's 5th. And Newsom will shoot one here and cans it. And it is 64-61.
Just like that.
Just like that. The Trojans about a minute and a half ago were down 7. And now the bump on the sideline is Newsom, a little aggressive there, picks up his third, team 6. Or check that 7th. So now the Zaps are going to have to step up and make free throws. 1:42 left in the game, and Baylor Wentworth will head to the line and shoot 1-1 today. Baylor is 0 for 1 at the line. Puts it up, and that one is all good. He'll get the bonus.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to hit these foul shots down the stretch. Down 2 with only a minute 42 to go. 7th free throw of the period, and they've only been able to make about half of them. That one is good. 64-63. About defense right now. As Glazer crosses the half-court stripe, gives it up. Connor Newsom out on top against Wentworth. Wentworth with super quick hands. You got to be careful. As Newsom works his way down the lane, puts up a quick shot. Dunover will clear down the miss. 1:21 to go. And to Dinas, back out to Dunover. Might have got away with one. McVicker with the catch will finish, and I think he stepped on somebody's ankle there as McVicker bucket gives the Zeps the lead, but he's limping around in a lot of pain right now. And if anybody's played basketball before and have done that, that does not feel good.
65-64, they attack him in the paint. Glazer off the glass, he rattles it in.
Yeah, he's a skilled player, man.
Timeout taken by the Trojans. They'll take a 30. We'll keep it here for the 30.
That's a big-time shot there by Glazer to be able to retake the lead.
52.5 seconds left, 66-65 Tusky Valley. As this game seesaws back and forth, we saw the Zeps take the lead being down 10, came back, took the lead at the beginning of the period. They led at 50-46, extended that to 7. They were down 3 a moment ago, and now just a point, but catch your breath.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, and, you know, both teams have been giving it their all this second half. There's been some shots, there's been some great play inside and some great rebounding and some but a lot of turnovers too, so that's going to be the difference here.
The Zeps in the bonus, they can shoot free throws here, but they've only made 4 of 7 in this fourth period.
And they've got a foul to give too, so you know, when they get back on defense, they got to be smart.
Tusky Valley has only shot 4 free throws in this half, 7 in the ball game. Dunover and Wentworth in the backcourt, still facing that half-court trap up ahead. Dinas fakes the pass, kicks it inside. McVicker trying to go up and finish. Does. Mac McVicker stays in the game with that gimpy ankle. You can see him limping up and down the floor, but he just gave the Zeps the lead back. 30 seconds to go. 67-61. Newsom. Little hesitation move. Tried to go down between defenders, and they'll reach in, steal the ball away, and then give the Zeps the timeout. As it looked like both players were in possession of that ball,
yes,
but
sure did.
Dina's calling timeout while his teammate had possession of the ball, and it will be Zep ball, I believe. Even on the tie-up, it stays Zep ball.
Yes.
So 20 seconds left in the game.
He gave him the timeout, and again, for all the sports fans out there, you really can't call timeout with a held ball, right?
If nobody has possession.
You got to have possession of the ball to be able to call that timeout. And at least from here, it looked like both teams.
I don't know if you're streaming this at home. Do you have the capability to run that back? Because we don't.
No, we do not. And but yeah, at home we can rewind it later. That's for sure.
We can rewind it later, and you know what?
That's huge right there too.
That is a huge call.
That's a huge call.
The Zeps leading by a point. Now we'll have possession of the ball.
Right.
That's a tough call, but now you got to execute the last 20 seconds either way.
You can't have a turnover here. You got to be able to get the ball down here in the half court and get fouled and get to the foul line.
The Trojans here already have the Zeps at the foul line on any foul, and they're going to pick up full court here. Zeps have not been locking it down at the foul line either. Dinas will take it out of bounds. You want to get it to Dunover here if you can, into McVicker. And immediately they put hands on him. And Mac today 1 of 1 at the line. We'll have the front end of a 1-and-1 here. And that foul on Tyler Stump, his second, team's 8th. 18.7 left on the clock.
Well, and if you're going to foul, you got to foul right away. Make them win it at the line, and I think it's a good move here by Tusky. You don't want to waste 10 seconds and then foul. You may as well foul right away.
McVicker puts it up short of the mark, rebounded by the Trojans Hall. Up ahead to Newsom, down a point, left side, Stump baseline, back out to Newsom, fakes right, back to Stump, 7 on the clock. To the foul line, down the lane, puts up the floater, off the rim twice, no good. Rebound, still battling for it, and the buzzer's down. And the Zaps come from behind and steal the win, literally, from the Trojans. 67-66, the final score. They had the look. The Trojans did what they needed to do to get themselves a last chance shot, and with 18 seconds to go.
Great look at it, a 6-footer, and with a couple opportunities to get a board there too. But credit Shenandoah for fighting like heck down there on that last shot to make sure that they did not get another shot off.
Final score: the Zaps go to 1-0 on the season, 67-66 with the win over the Tusky Valley Trojans. We're going to step out. We'll get our stats and scoring and all of our post-game stuff all in order. Stay tuned. More Gene Ford Tip-Off Classic coming up right after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
Singer Auto Sales, just across from the Noble County Fairgrounds on Fairground Road. Call 732-2221.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Rural First by Farm Credit Mid-America. Financing available for lots and land. Contact James Klein at their location on Whitaker Road, Cambridge.
Our specialized orthopedic team is committed to getting you back to living. Whether you're chasing collegiate records or chasing toddlers at home, call our orthopedic group today. Your condition is no match for our top docs, including new Superior Med team member Dr. Vanessa Falk, who's now accepting new patients. To schedule an appointment, call 740-439-8886. Find out all that our team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 24 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be ready for the unexpected by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in every bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level and in common spaces like the kitchen, especially if you're cooking more, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with reliable protection you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
ABC Wednesday, November 11th. This is the live music event you've been waiting for all year long.
It's country music's
biggest night. The CMA Awards with live performances by Miranda Lambert, Luke Combs, Maren Morris, Eric Church, plus an epic collaboration. Thomas Rhett featuring Reba McEntire, Hillary Scott, and Chris Tomlin. And so many more. Reba McEntire and Darius Rucker host the CMA Awards live
Wednesday, November 11th, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Cheryl Underwood, and as you know, I'm a huge fan of Metamucil, and I have some news to share. Metamucil now has a delicious fiber gummy made by the #1 doctor-recommended fiber supplement brand. These gummies are a convenient way to get more fiber. That's because Metamucil fiber gummies are made with an exclusive blend of prebiotic plant-based fibers that give you 5 grams of fiber in each serving. I want you to promote your digestive health by trying new Metamucil gummies today.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call clickgrainger.com/safety or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Back at Gene Ford Court, and wow, I don't know if the rest of the season has this to bear with it. Opening game, 67-66. The Shenandoah Zeps down 10 at one point in the second half. Battle back and come up with the win. And the last minute certainly had everybody off the edge of their seat and standing as the Zeps hold off a furious Tusky Valley comeback and hold on for the win. And just take a look at some of the numbers here as we close this one out. And keep in mind, we got a game 2 coming up here in a little while as they clear the gym out, and the Bobcats and Innie Valley, who they haven't met in a while since both those teams, I think, were in the same league a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But they will be battling here in a little while, and we'll get back to that. But let's take a look at individual scoring here tonight for the Trojans. They were led tonight by Logan Stazzer, 16 points, all in the first half.
Yeah.
Not able to get on track in the second half. He had 4 threes, and it looked like he was going to be the difference maker in the ball game. And the Zeps able to change up defense a little bit, put maybe a little bit different guy on him, and shut him out a little bit. And that being the case, 13 for Nathan Glazer, 12 for Jason Hall, 11 for Connor Newsom, 8 for Cody Robinson off the bench, a couple of threes there, and 6 for Tyler Stump. Pretty balanced scoring for the Trojans, 16, 13, 12, 11, and then 8 and 6. Just 3 of 7 at the line, but they did knock down 7 threes. And, they just had that little bit of a lapse there once they went up 10. A little bit of a lapse. The Zeps came back and took the lead, and at that point really never looked. I think they lost the lead maybe one more time or two down the stretch by a point, but a pretty balanced scoring effort tonight for the Zeps. Christian Denver, 19, a little slow starting, but he got on the track and knocked down a couple of threes, and went to the line, was perfect there, 3 for 3, but my player of the game tonight, Grant Stotsberry, off the bench, came in when Dayton Hill got in some foul trouble, and Stotsberry hit 2 threes in the first half, 3 more in the third period, knocked down another deep ball in the fourth period, 20 points on the night for Grant Stotsberry, just a sophomore. I don't know if he'll ever have a better game than that in his next couple of years, but you know what? That's a good one to begin with.
It sure is. A great coming out party for the sophomore. He was money. I think he only missed 1 3 on the night. Yeah, I got him. 2, 5 for 7 is what I got him at.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was. He came in ice in his veins. He had no problem setting his feet and putting that ball up. And as you said, he worked to get open, and they got him the ball. They found it. But we got to give Christian Dunover certainly some props. He struggled in that first quarter and came around in the second quarter, but really put a good game together to be able to carry Shenandoah in that second half. I mean, Tusky couldn't stop him in that second half.
McVicker down the stretch turned his ankle, had 4 fouls, was in and out of the game. He finishes with 13, 7 of them coming in that fourth period, and a lot of them in that last 3 or 4 minutes. 9 on the night for Baylor Wentworth, played an excellent defensive game.
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell you how many steals that guy came up with tonight. 5 for Dayton Hill, and he sat and watched a lot with foul trouble tonight. Cade Dinas finished with 1. The Zeps go 8 of 14 at the line, hit 9 threes on the strength of Grant Stotsberry's 6. But pretty good opener, and that's two pretty good, as you said a couple of times, pretty quality teams there.
Yeah.
That probably going to make a good run in the postseason.
Both of them. Yep.
That game there will do nothing but serve them to get a little bit better.
Absolutely. Great measuring stick to start the season off, kind of like how Cambridge always plays Indian Creek in football first game.
Yeah.
Great way to kind of start the season, let you see how it's going to go. But both of these teams are quality teams. You can see that they do some really good things, and they're both going to be a force in the tournament, hopefully the tournament come March.
That's the individual scoring, and of course, you know what, for the first game, there were some turnovers, mostly the steal variety.
Mm-hmm.
Neither team was super sloppy with the ball, but turnovers, other than some great defensive plays, really weren't that big of a factor.
First half
in shooting.
First half you saw some, but they cleaned that up a lot in the second half. As you said, the steals were there for Wentworth especially. But from a shooting perspective, you talk about the tale of two halves. Remember, we had talked in the first half about Shenandoah only shooting 33% from the field. They finished the game actually shooting 44.5%. Now you think, that's not a big deal. It's only 11%. Yeah. But let me throw this out at you. They were 33% from beyond the arc in the first half. They were 6 of 8 in the second half. So, again, the tale of two halves. And then flip that for Tusky. Remember how good they shot in the first half. They shot 62% from the three in the first half, only 2 for 10 in the second half. So
couldn't buy one.
There you go. So the tale of two halves, and that's the game of basketball, right? It's really hard to be able to put that pedal to the metal and continue to play 4 quarters of mistake-free and basketball and shoot that well for the entire game. So you see that a lot. That's why they play two halves, right? So, credit both teams. They both played really well, but Shenandoah coming up with ended up 53% from the 3-point line to finish the game, compared to 39% for Tusky. So, from a coaching perspective, I think that both teams, both coaches have to be real happy with their play. Especially, Tusky, even though they got the most important part of it is they got the loss. However, they turned their defense up there in that fourth quarter. And
both teams played good defense.
Absolutely. That's something certainly to build on moving forward.
I was going to say, I think the turning point for me in the game, the Zeps go down 10. They call the timeout. They're kind of out of sorts. It's not working on the offensive end. They can't stop them on the defensive end. And at that point, I think Logan Stosser didn't score again.
Right.
After that timeout, they made some defensive adjustments. They got a little bit more aggressive defensively. Wentworth went out there, stole a couple, had a couple of breakaway layups, and so I'm going to ask you, because you coached a little bit of basketball, but you're usually always present when that happened. Is Coach Smith going crazy at home? He's listening or watching this game, streaming video, and he's not here.
I got a sneaky suspicion that he was probably having some communications with the rest of the coaches there. He's screaming for a timeout. But, and here's the thing. You talk about, that's why I love coaching basketball, because it's such a game of adjustments. Putting this kid in here and knowing when to put him in to get that key rebounder, to making sure that you know when to stop a run. You remember how quickly Tusky went on that run to go up 10? And that timeout shut it down.
Well,
that's so huge.
And we see them made another run just like that at the end of the game. They're down 7.
Right.
And the next time you look up, they're up a point or two.
Yeah, they're up 2. And it was they are a streaky team. They can get up and down the floor. I think that's what really puts them in a position to be able to get those runs. But, Coach, credit the Shenandoah coaches for that timeout. That was huge. Not that, it was that difficult to be able to realize that now's a good time to call a timeout. But imagine if they don't call that timeout, and boom, all of a sudden you're down 14-16.
Yeah.
Now you're in real big trouble. So
high school basketball gets off to a great start tonight on WWKC with a barn burner to start things out. 67-66. The Zeps come from behind and pick up their opening win of the season. And we want to invite you all to stay tuned. Thank Tracy Lingenfelder. He's got to do the double dip tonight. We do too, so we're going to step out, take a break for an hour or so. There's a JV game coming up. They're just starting to allow the second game crowd to step in. The Bobcats and Indian Valley will be battling here as Elvis is in the house. And stay tuned. Check back in with us. We'll be back on the air probably about 7:45 with Game 2 tonight. So we'll talk to you then.
high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Southeastern Med, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Papa John's Pizza, Doan Ford, the Farmers and Merchants Bank, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, and WB Green Insurance.
This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.